No, and that's why this has been such a fascinating journey. We hope you're enjoying it too. We hope you'll take the time to call in and pledge. The phone numbers you see at the bottom of your screen. Talk to one of these great students and support not only baseball in the true sense, but also public television, which can bring you great programming like this. And we have some great things for you, don't we, Trish?
That's right, but first I'd like to read off again some of the names of the people who've called and pledged. We have a really special one. This one was donated for Benny Warren. Thank you very much for your pledge. We have another one from Nikki and her husband Tex. Another one, another special one. This is from Paul and Karen. They just had a baby, and they're going to raise their kid on Valley Public Television also. We thank you for that pledge. We have another one from Michael, and we have another one from Bob. Thank you so much. And remember, when you give your pledge of support, we'd love to give you great thank you gifts. So why don't you look up on your screen, look for this great thank you gift for you.
Strike all your friends out when you're the proud owner of the official baseball. This regulation baseball is white with red stitching and bears the logo from this extraordinary show. For a pledge of $45, you can have the memory of baseball in your home. This is just one way that we say thank you for your support.
Thank you gift that we have for you. If you can see right here, this is the Eaton Society. For a pledge of $1,000, not only will you get this handsome piece to put on your desk or your home, anywhere you want, you also get a lot of other benefits from becoming an Eaton Society member. So if you think that's something you'd like to do, why don't you give us a call now and make your pledge for $1,000. John?
Thank you very much, Trish. We have a lot of fine people who are supporting us tonight, and one of them has offered a challenge to you if you are a principal. Bob LaBelle, who is a principal up in the Oakhurst area, called in and said, any principal. Now, I'm not sure whether he said any school principal or anybody with principals. You can make up your own mind. Should call in right now and do as he has done and support Valley Public Television. We're looking for your phone calls right there, 441-1818 or 1-800-801-6500. We want to give these students from Buchanan High School a good reason for coming down here, volunteering and supporting Valley Public Television and not being at home and doing their homework tonight. So give us a call. Christy is here. Christy hasn't had a phone call for, what, a minute and a half, right?
A long time.
So you would say, please call.
Yes, please call.
Now, is there anybody out there in particular, a friend, a neighbor you think should call?
I think Ken and Chris should call.
Okay, Ken and Chris. Ken. Got it. Okay, you heard Christy. Give us a call right now, and let's keep these kids busy, keep them on the phones. We would also like to thank the fine people at Central Valley GMC Truck Dealers Association who are helping to underwrite our broadcast expenses for this entire run of baseball. It started last night. We go through Thursday night. They are big supporters. GMC nationally is supporting this documentary, but here in the Valley, the local GMC truck dealers have gotten behind it, and we think that's great. So we're letting you know about it so you can support them as they are supporting us, because they've been very helpful here at Valley Public Television with this broadcast. We have some great stuff for you. Baseball is the name of the documentary. You're not getting it on television. The pros are not playing, and I suppose everybody could get into that discussion of who's right and who's wrong and why they're playing and why they're not. But that's okay. We love it just for the pure art of the sport. And we've got a way that you can enjoy that. Why don't you tell us about it?
We do. And one thing, too, you want to remember, we haven't not moved our baseball player at all, so we need to move it, remember.
He's going to get tagged out pretty quick if we're not careful.
I know, so you guys need to call. You may not see baseball on any of the other channels, but look, right here, we can play baseball if you make your pledge, and we can move this guy. Why don't you watch your TV and see another thank you gift?
Find out how much you really know about the national pastime. This great book, So You Think You Know About Baseball, is filled with hundreds of questions which are guaranteed to challenge the most dedicated baseball buff. But it's more than just another trivia book. It also takes you on a unique tour of baseball's history, which includes pages of photos and fascinating anecdotes about the game's biggest names of yesterday and today. So for a pledge of $75, you can outsmart even the best of them.
Not only do we have our baseball trivia book, but we have this beautiful book of photographs called Baseball's Golden Age. It has so many great close-ups. You really have to buy it to see, and you can get it for a pledge of $125. Be perfect on your coffee table, in your office, anywhere. And if you love baseball, this is a book you're going to want to have. Isn't that right?
That's true, and we should add that that pledge of $125 which gets you this beautiful book that's your annual pledge. That's a little over $10 a month.
That's
I
right.
mean, just over $10 a month.
It's so easy. They don't have to pay at one time. They can have it in installments. And don't forget, Visa and MasterCard, that is the easiest way you can do it, or you can pay by check. Whatever you want to do and whatever amount you want to give us, we'll be glad to take it.
Suitcases full of small bills, we'll take those. Bring that on down.
That's
yes.
right.
You'd think we're Black Sox for a minute. And not only that, we also you may have noticed the wonderful baseball attire that Trish and I are wearing from the All-American Sports Band, but you can have a piece of this new, soon-to-be baseball history, and that's
right.
from the Ken Burns documentary Baseball. We have the baseball T-shirt.
That's right. And watch your screen and you'll see how much and how you can get it.
Not only will you look smashing, but you'll be the envy of all your friends when you're wearing this stunning baseball T-shirt. When you wear this T-shirt, you'll feel good too, knowing that your pledge has helped to keep this station alive. So for a pledge of $60, you can have a baseball T-shirt for your very own.
So pledge right now. With your pledge of $60, just tell them you would like the baseball T-shirt, okay? You got a chance to look at it right there. And we thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to be joining Ken Burns' documentary Baseball. We're in inning number 2 tonight. It's the bottom of the second. We're going to be getting back to it momentarily. You heard them talking about, before we came to this break, talking about the old Negro Leagues and how really everybody, baseball was the kind of sport that everybody wanted to get involved with. There were women's teams, there were, boys teams, professional teams. Everybody wanted a piece of the action. And that's the way we want you to feel here with Valley Public Television. Everybody really wants a piece of the action. There's programming with something for everybody. Whether it's Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street, things like that, Barney and Friends for the kids, whether it's Computer Chronicles and Nova, or nature and adventure stories for the adults. No matter where it is, there's something for everybody in the entire family, all in one place, all right here on Valley Public Television. But there's a catch. The only reason this comes your way is because of your support and people just like you. There's a lot of people out there that pledge their support for Valley Public Television. They call on nights like this and at other times and offer their financial backing to keep these programs coming their way. That's the only thing that keeps us here, your support, and that's why we break for at times like this. Well, they're giving me the cue. It's just about time to go back. Before we re-enter the documentary, before we hear more about baseball, call right now. Take the time and talk to one of these students from Buchanan High who are ready to take your phone call. 441-1818 is the number, or in South Valley, 1-800-801-6500. That's on Channel 65 down in the Bakersfield area. So give us a call right now. We're going to go back and find out more about baseball. Batter up. And they're challenging all AAA Grizzly, challenged the ticket holders to call and make a pledge. The Grizzlies, of course, the Fresno Grizzlies, soon to be our very own AAA ball club right here in Fresno, so they would like to hear from you. And we have some other challenges, and I'm going to tell you about those in a moment. But first, there's a great reason for you to pledge. Not only is it because of the wonderful programming here on Valley Public Television, but also we got some great stuff in store for you. And if you like baseball, you're going to like what Trish Herrera has for you. Trish.
John, some of the great premiums we have are the baseball set and the entire thing. Complete 9 innings. So why don't you look at your screen and see what you can get. I guess they're not going to show you. How about I tell you? For a pledge of $500, you get 9 tapes, 9 innings of the complete baseball series by Ken Burns. It's something that you're going to want to watch over and over again. So if you love baseball and you love documentaries, this is one that you're going to want to have by Ken Burns. Another great premium that we have for you, too, is the T-shirt from baseball. Has the logo right across it, and that's for a pledge of $60. I don't know, maybe later on they can show you that great tape and let you know how to get that. Right, John?
Absolutely. All you need to do right now is just give us a call at 441-1818 or 1-800-801-6500 if you're calling from the South Valley. We had another challenge tonight, and this comes to us from Claire Newbury of Lindsay, who in memory of Art Schaefer, her grandfather. And Art Schaefer who was with the Giants and played the New York Giants under Jan McGraw, and you heard him talk about that tonight. He was the father of baseball in Japan. And as you know, the Tokyo Giants are a big team over there in Japan, and they play a lot of ball and rival our teams. As a matter of fact, our youth are always playing them in the World Series of Little League World Series. They're always playing over there somewhere. So thank you, Claire, for your challenge and also for your pledge. So she said, hey, call in like she has and support Valley Public Television and programs like baseball. We're not going to be with you much more tonight. We're about getting ready to wrap it up because we do have some more programs coming your way. As a matter of fact, we have When the Game is All Over, which I think it is now. We're going to be having the Allman Brothers Band, little music coming your way. It's diverse programming here at Valley Public Television, and it all comes your way only because of you and your support. And the only way to get that is just to say, we would like you to call. So we're asking, we expect you to pick up the phone and give us a call and pledge your support here to channels 18 and 65 Valley Public Television. Trish.
Guess what, John? They have the tape now. Look at your screen, watch for the VHS set.
You can have the complete baseball series in your home for a pledge of $500. From the 1840s to the present, baseball covers every aspect of America's favorite sport. So call now and make your pledge for baseball.
That's right. You see it up there. For a pledge of $500, you can get that great set. And remember, it is so easy to pledge here. Put it on your Visa or MasterCard. It's over. It's done with. You'll get your premium from 4 to 6 weeks, or you can put it on check. You can pay in installments, whatever you want to do. And remember, it's whatever you can give, because only through you can we keep great programming like this alive. It really is true. We say it over and over again, but it is the truth. Remember, we have our children's programs, we have our news shows, we have documentaries, specials all the time. So why don't you give us a call and make a pledge now. John?
True family programming, a little bit of something for everybody. It's a real value for the family, since family values really are an important thing and getting much discussed these days. Speaking of discussing, I want to discuss a pledge we just received from John Wetzel, who is a professor at Fresno State or California State University, Fresno, depending on whether you're in the athletics program or not. But John Wetzel has challenged all of you Fresno State professors, teachers, teaching assistants, whatever, to call and pledge your support. He will match your pledge. He will match whatever anybody from Fresno State calls in and pledges. So if you call and identify yourself as a Fresno State, if you are a Fresno State teacher, professor, whatever, John Wetzel will match your pledge. So we would love to hear from you. We've got a few more minutes for you to call. We can't keep our phone volunteers here from Buchanan High School too late. I know they all have early bedtimes because they want to be up and eager and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for tomorrow morning and another day of class. We don't want to keep you guys too late, right? Because you got to get home and finish. What an enthusiastic crowd. They're excited about getting to school tomorrow morning. But we need to hear from you. They need pledges. All right. No, wait a minute here. This is pathetic. Okay. Jeff Belchers is sitting see? That's all it takes. Now he's getting a pledge. But next to him is Mandy. Mandy, you're kind of new here on the phones, right?
Yes.
Okay, her phone rang with a very quick yes, and her phone is ringing. That's all it takes. Let's hear from you right now, 441-1818. Give us a call. You know the South Valley number because we love to hear from our friends in the South Valley in the Bakersfield area. 1-800-801-6500 because we're on channel 65 in Bakersfield. You see the way they worked that out, 6500? Somebody went to a lot of work to come up with that number. And we haven't moved quite yet. We can't really say goodbye because we haven't moved our little man as far as we'd hoped. We were hoping to get you to first base tonight, Trish.
No, I guess I didn't get that.
And I guess we didn't get Trish to first base. But we'll continue with more of that because we have more of baseball come our way tomorrow night.
Yes, we do. And not only that, we have more premiums, too.
We do. Why don't you tell? We've got a lot of great stuff. Matter of fact, you're standing in front of a plethora of wonderful items here. Just step aside so you can see all the terrific things we have for you back here. And all you have to do to get any one of those items is to give us a call and pledge. Trish, what else do you want to tell us about?
That's right. And we know, too, if you're watching tonight, you're a dedicated baseball fan. We may not have it this season, but we hope it'll come back. So if it is, you'll want to watch for this next premium because this is for all of you fans out there.
All-American Sports Fan and Valley Public Television come together to give you this wonderful thank you gift. When you make a pledge of $100, take this coupon into any one of these stores and redeem it for a baseball cap out of this great selection. So call now and make that pledge.
You saw it up there. They can go in, get a coupon, and get a hat of their choice.
That's right, and these are great hats too. I have my San Francisco Giants hat on right there, and being a son of Southern California, of course, the Dodgers hat I've been eyeing back over there, and all these, of course, a Great American Sports Fan, which had these wonderful jerseys that we got to wear tonight.
That's right, an instant replay.
An
Gave
instant
us the
replay
bat.
with the bat and the gloves and some of the other great items here. So what do you think, Trish? Should we get a little batting practice in on the parking lot there? I think you mentioned earlier that baseball is not being played professionally.
That's right.
At least not the major leagues.
That's
and
right.
That's it for the season. I think there's a lot of fans. I mean, there's mixed discussion on that one. But I think what this documentary has shown is that baseball has such universal appeal.
That's right.
Everybody loves to play, watch, be a part of the game, and even though when there's no professional games out there, there are still Little League games, and there's still people playing at parks and at school and all that kind of fun stuff.
That's right, and I know there's a lot of parents out there who have kids that are in Little Leagues, and if you like this show, I'm sure your kids are going to like it, so you're going to want to call and make a pledge of support to keep this show on, and many others like it, for the kids all the way up to very old.
And we might mention, we don't need to show them the tape again, but we do want to mention, too, that you just showed them a little while ago, we have the entire baseball series. You can sit down and watch the whole thing all at one time, and that's for a pledge of $500.
That's right. And
now, that $500 pledge, you break that up over 12 months, and you pay a little bit each month. That's not too bad. I mean,
Not
that's
at all. Not
less,
at all.
What, less than $100 a month? Like $75 a month, somewhere in there?
Yeah,
Isn't that
maybe
what it
even
works
a
out
little
to?
less. And whatever you can afford, you can give that much every month until you pay it off. Something else, too, if you don't want to buy the complete set, for a pledge of $125, you can get the individual tape. Why don't you look now and see about that one? Well,
Not only will you look smashing, but you'll be the envy of all your friends when you're wearing this stunning baseball T-shirt. When you wear this T-shirt, you'll feel good, too, knowing that your pledge has helped to keep this station alive. So for a pledge of $60, you can have a baseball T-shirt for your very own.
And we have one last pledge that we want to get in, because we have heard from Bob and Debbie Diener of Clovis. We thank them for their pledge and for calling this in.
that's right.
And being a part of tonight's broadcast of Ken Burns' documentary Baseball. And we've only finished 2 innings. There's lots more to go, so be sure to join us right here on Valley Public Television tomorrow night, starting at 8 o'clock for more baseball, inning number 3. We'll see you then.
Baseball has been made possible by a grant from the San Joaquin Valley GMC Truck Dealer Association. GMC truck sales have increased 21% over the past 2 years in the San Joaquin Valley. These trucks are a real value, and they're available now at these San Joaquin Valley GMC truck.
The crowd, the fans, the thrills. It's all part of being in the big leagues. But what happens when the game is over? Hi, everybody. This is Chuck Carson, standing in the outfield of John Euless Ballpark in Fresno, California. This park is where many major leaguers began their professional career. Some of them from Fresno City College, others from Fresno High School, and others from ballparks around the country. You'll recognize the names on the board, but also you may recognize names like Will Clark and Chili Davis. This is the beginning of professional baseball. Many of the players went on to more than moderate success in the major leagues. We're going to talk to 2 of those folks today, one being Jimmy Maloney, the fireballer from Cincinnati, and the other Dick Ellsworth, the reliever from the Chicago Cubs. So let's talk to Jimmy right now.
When you were growing up, Fresno, people who may not be aware of
Fresno as a baseball town has a lot to be proud of, starting way back with the old Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Frank Chance, of course, being a Fresno person who has gone down in the history books, and it's one of the most remembered double play combinations in baseball history. And then there were other great players. Did you have someone you looked up to locally?
Well, I think basically I looked up to my dad. He was a semi-pro baseball player, and he had a chance to play pro ball, and he chose to stay in the service station business, and then later on developed a used car business that he built. You know, he was the one that was out there, you know, teaching me at a very young age, and worked with me. And the player that I looked up and tried to, was my idol as a kid growing up, was Stan Musial. I was a left-hand hitter, and he was a left-hand hitter, and he was a good ball player. And ironically, for a little trivia, in 1963, the day Stan Musial retired, I was the last pitcher he faced.
You're kidding.
Oh.
I wanted to ask you, pitchers in general, and when they were in high school or even in college, generally are all-around athletes and really good hitters. They usually lead their club. What happens to a pitcher when he gets into professional baseball?
I had a chance to sign either as an infielder and then go to outfielder because I could hit a little bit as a, you know, as a high school player, and I was an all-around athlete. I played football and basketball in high school, and I was used as a pinch hitter when I first came up to the big leagues with Cincinnati. Fred Hutchison used me 4 or 5 times, and I even finished a game in left field in Pittsburgh one day. One of our left fielders got kicked out, Jerry Lynch, and Hutch called down the bullpen, and I finished the game in left field. But to answer your question, the reason is that hitters, when they're pitchers, they do a lot of time on bunting. You know, and I was in the National League, and the DH hadn't come in, but that was in the American League anyway.
Right.
So we bunted all the time in the cage and live arms, and you lose your timing. You don't see live arm pitching, so you lose that concept with your eye, hand, and how fast the ball's coming, and the different breaks on the pitches and stuff. So it's just a matter of not practicing. You know, you're practicing bunting all the time.
That's great. You know, most people who aren't ball players say, well, gee, the pitcher knows the ball's coming, he knows the rotation, he should be able to pick it up and hit it, but that explanation sure makes sense. Jim, the accolades, the crowd, all of the warmth that you got as a player, do you remember the last game that you actually stood on the mound and threw?
Well, mine goes a little bit beyond that because my career ended with a devastating injury, and in 1969, I had been having some problems with my heel, and was bothering me when I ran. And I went to the management and complained about it, and they said, you know, they were paying me a lot of money to pitch, and Bob Gibson pitches with pain, and they almost just told me in fact they did. Bob Housen told me I had no pain tolerance, and you know, that sort of irritated me. But I ended up biting the bullet, you might say, and I put a little lift in my left heel, and that winter of '69. I rested on it, and then in 1970, when I went to spring training again, my heel started acting up again. And I pitched, I think, the second game of the season in Cincinnati, Crosley Field. Riverfront was just being built, and they were going to move over and at the All-Star break in 1970. But anyway, I came up to hit, and I hit the ball, and I took 3 steps out of the batter's box, and my Achilles tendon snapped in half.
Oh.
And it's a very devastating injury, and at that point, 1970, April, first part of April, I had that injury, and I spent the whole year on the disabled list. 2 months and my leg was in a cast, and I never won another game after that. You know, I'd won 138 games up to that point, and I was just 30 years old, and my goals were to win 200. And, you know, they were very reachable goals for me at that point. And when that injury happened, I knew that I was going to have to really battle something that was going to be very tough on me. And as it turned out, I got traded the next year to the California Angels, and then I was on the disabled list. I had rib pulls, leg pulls. I never got back to where I once was. and I never won another game. In 1972, I was trying to hook on with the Cardinals, and they released me in spring training.
Now, 72 was the year of another baseball strike. Were you involved?
Well, I was involved. I was trying to hook on with St. Louis Cardinals, and we were in spring training in St. Pete, and we had the vote, you know, and Joe Torre and Bob Gibson and all these people, the player reps, and he was well voted, and the 45-man roster, we voted 45-0 to strike. In fact, most players did vote to strike. I think there were only 2 or 3 players that did not vote to strike. And Augie Bush, you know, closed the doors in spring training and told us to get the heck out of town, and we did. And when I got home, I got a call from Bing Devine, the general manager, and he said that I had been released. And I had a fair spring. I don't know whether I'd have made the team, but I think I would have. But it cost. There was Stan Williams lost his job, and Art Shamsky, and there was.
You weren't even striking over an increase in salary at that time.
Well, we were just increase in benefits and health. I believe it was health. Update our health benefits and stuff in the pension plan, which involved, you know, more monies from the owners, you know, certainly. But I think that I don't know how many days it lasted, but it cost me my job, and that was the end of my career, really.
Which is what this program is about. What happens to you? This has been your life, professional baseball, you're a professional athlete. Now the game is over. What happens?
Well, what happened to me probably doesn't happen to everyone, but I was going to slide back into society, and my dad was a successful car dealer here in Fresno, and I was going to take over his business and live happily ever after. And I really had a hard time sliding back into the real world, you might say. I was used to doing a job that I enjoyed, that I was good at, and that I could perform in front of a lot of people, and I was comfortable. And all of a sudden, with the Achilles tendon, you know, it was very quickly taken away from me. And not knowing that, knowing that I wasn't going to be able to pitch my whole life, a career, but I was, I wanted to pitch till I was 35 years of age, and I honestly believe I could have done that. And besides this devastating injury that I had, and once that Achilles tendon injury happened for me, I really got into alcohol, and alcohol really, when I got back to Fresno, you might say alcohol sort of became my God. In fact, it did, and my life completely went down, spiraling down to a place where in 1985 I was unemployable, and I was by myself, and life wasn't too fun. I didn't feel very good about myself, no self-esteem, no self-worth.
Of course, and today that probably is not as much liable to happen. Most ball players, the minimum salary is more than you guys ever saw in probably a career, and a lot of ball players who are at best compared to the days, what we talk about the old days, would be called mediocre ball players, are walking $1 million a year. I mean, if you retire after you've made a couple of $1 million, your chances of being able to be fairly happy are pretty good, I would imagine.
Well, I don't think that really has anything to do with it. I had saved my money, and
so
financially,
you were
I was
sound.
Well, I was okay,
Okay.
certainly. But once you get involved with chemical dependency, and my choice of drug was alcohol, you lose control, and your priorities get mixed up, and your life becomes unmanageable. And so, something, I guess, happens for a reason, because in 1985 I sought out for some help, and it's been 9.5 years since I've had any alcohol, and I got into the alcohol and drug field, and I became the director of the Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Council here in Fresno, and I worked there for some 5.5 years, and I went to school and I learned a lot about this disease. And currently today I do part-time work for Northwest Church here in Fresno as a drug and alcohol counselor, and we have some 12-step meetings in the church, and so we're doing information assessment referral agency type
Battling
thing.
the dependency is probably
Right.
the toughest game that you've played in your lifetime.
Absolutely. That pitching and getting players out like Willie Mays and Stargell and Clementes and all those people, I pitched against those people for 10 years. is nothing when you have the disease alcoholism or chemical dependency. It's nothing.
And I'm not an authority on this. I just want to reflect. With some of the reason for you turning to alcohol, the fact that at one point in your life you would walk out and someone wanted your autograph, you were always being associated with being a hero, and all of a sudden, you know, you're only as good as your last game in many instances, and the day you walk out and you no longer wear the uniform, you're just another one of us. That has to hurt a little bit.
Well, that may be some part of it, but I had contract problems with the Reds for several years. They didn't, you know, I felt that they didn't pay me up to what, you know, my type of caliber of player, you know, the market called. We really didn't have the leverage the players didn't in those days like they do today. But I had a lot of resentment built up against the management. I had a lot of ill feelings that I anesthetized and covered up with alcohol. And you really don't, it's never going to happen to you. You know, I guarantee you I never drank my first can of beer on becoming an alcoholic. It's always going to happen to the other person. And I just wasn't aware of what the consequences were going to be.
Well, weren't ball players in those days noted for, you know, they were fun-loving, boozing, womenizing, good-time guys who just loved playing the game. Did this happen to a lot of our players? I mean, you're standing up and saying, I did it, it happened to me.
Right.
Are there a lot of others who it happened to who haven't had the strength to stop or to fight it?
Sure, there was a lot of guys that I played with and against that have died because of alcoholism.
Now, you were talking to me earlier before we went on that you were in a golf tournament right before the Little League World Series with a bunch of ball players that you had been associated with. Is this kind of a small fraternity of guys that keep getting together? Is the camaraderie still there, Jim?
Yeah, we have a Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association that has some 42 golf tournaments a year in different towns to raise charities in those communities. And it's been very successful, where we have 36 people, different players, ex-players these are, that are alumni that go into these towns, and they have a big golf tournament, scrambles type thing, and they raise $30,000, $40,000, you know, for whatever charity they want to, you know, get some money, and it's turned out to be real good, and it's a real nice way to build up, you know, the alumni relationships with different people around the country.
Baseball, more than, say, any other game, statisticians, there are all kinds of stats, your batting average, your pitching average, your ERA, and because of that, I think more young kids get involved in baseball early and recognize players whose careers have already gone because of the card situation. Do you find a lot of the youngsters today, when you're out doing these charities, remember who Jim Maloney was?
Not the youngsters, but I run into, you know, I run into the people that you know, were around. They were youngsters when I started. You know, they were 10 years younger than I am, and the kids, you know, you're right. They carry these bubblegum cards around, and they know stats and they know players, and if they're into that type of thing, they know the name, but they don't remember who you were. A lot of them weren't even born. But there's a lot of people out there that, you know, I still get mail today from, you know, 3 or 4 pieces a day from fans that had seen me pitch, you know, and they want my autograph.
What about the baseball cards? Do they send them to you to be autographed and sent back?
Right.
Now, are you one of the ball players who says, send me $20 and I'll autograph your card?
No, I don't. I read the letters, and if I feel by the way that they write a letter to me that the person is legitimate, is getting it for his kid, I'll sign them and send it back. But if they're in it for the business, which a lot of them are, I don't send it, you know, I don't sign it.
What about old-timers games? Anything that you ever get involved in?
Well, the Upper Deck has old-timers games, the Upper Deck card people, and I usually go to about one old-timers game during the summer, and they're played before the main game, and they've done real well. And you know, I get to see, it's a chance for me to see people that I played with and against, and it's a good fellowship type thing.
Anything happen when you get into the uniform? Have you put the uniform on?
No, I've got a couple of uniforms. They'd be awful tight today, but I have a uniform made that I can get into and play for those old timers games. But my old you know, I was pretty lean and mean in those days, you know.
Well, you know, you've come through, you fought 2 battles. One was to become a major leaguer, and one was to become away from alcohol. You've won both battles. You're still doing a great job. And I guess after the game was over for you, life just went on, and now it's getting better. Jim, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Chuck. Thanks for having me.
Well, we'll hope to see you again next time there's an old-timers game.
Okay, fine.
Next up is a fellow named Dick Ellsworth. Dick was a great reliever with the Chicago Cubs. Went up in 1958. Had some medium to mediocre seasons, but in 1963 had a whale of a year. He won 22 games, had an ERA of 2.10, and was second best in the majors. Then, Dick Ellsworth decided he'd had enough. For him, the game was over. Let's find out why.
Well, I was happy to have been a part of it.
I was asking other players, do you remember your final game?
No, I really don't. You may know I finished up at Milwaukee with the Brewers in '71, but I'm sure it was in relief because the year that I spent in Milwaukee, I came out of the bullpen for him. My role in Milwaukee was to have sat in the bullpen and talked baseball with the kids. I was a 31-year-old old-timer, which was kind of disheartening.
And today, that they don't really consider them old-timers at 31 or 32.
No, they don't, and I think for good reason, because you don't pitch as many innings now. You don't have as many starts during the course of a season.
What about expansion? Has that played
a
big part of it?
It has helped considerably. It's created a lot of new jobs for a lot of people. I think it's diluted the game somewhat, but just the fact that they're making more money and the fellows they don't work in the wintertime, they work out. They condition themselves in the wintertime, so they're just in better shape, and I think probably has a big thing to say about how long they last anymore.
Reconstructive surgery was something unknown at that time. I mean, look what they did with Nolan Ryan.
Yes. Well, plus the fact that today I don't think ball players play hurt like we did. You were always looking over your shoulder. No matter how good a year you were having, you always felt there was somebody there to take your place. So you played hurt. And today, people are on the disabled list pretty readily. When I played back in the 60s, early 70s, disabled list was almost unheard of.
Did you know when you cleaned out your locker at the end of that last season that was it? It was over?
Well, actually, Chuck, I finished my baseball career in June of '71, late June of '71. I wasn't going anyplace, and it was with Milwaukee, and I was frustrated, and I talked to management and got my release and came home.
But when the game was over later on, were there any regrets? Did you want to go back?
No, I really didn't. As a matter of fact, in '71, when I knew I was coming home, you go through I think it's a 5-day period or a 3-day period, what they call waivers, where you have to clear the big leagues. The other ball clubs have a chance to pick you up if they want to, and I made it clear that was it for me. And the Milwaukee Ball Club said, well, stick around for a few days. You may get a job offer in coaching. And I said, no, I really don't want to be a coach. When I'm through playing the game, I'm through playing the game.
Have you gone back at all for old-timers games, for golf tournaments, anything to tie in to bring you back a little bit?
Well, I've been back to Chicago twice to old-timer games, and it's been fun in so much as I've had a chance to see a lot of my old teammates that way. Put the uniform on, go out there. The old story about the roar of the crowd, the smell of the grease paint.
Right.
It's fun to walk out there and throw from the mound again.
Gus Erniel was telling us that if they build a new stadium in Fresno, he wants you to make the first pitch, and if you reach home plate, he said he'll hit it.
Yes, yeah. Of course, the question is whether or not I can throw it past home plate.
Do you have any aspirations to ever get into coaching or managing, or are you happy in your current career? And we'll find out what that is here in a minute.
I don't have any aspirations to get back into baseball. I really don't. As I look back on it today, it was a great experience. I loved the opportunity to have done what I did, to have played against what I think history will prove to be the greatest ball players who ever lived in terms of just a mass majority of people, the Mays, the Aarons, Carl Yastrzemski, all those fellows, Stan Musial. For me to go back into the game today, as much as the game has changed, I don't really think I could adapt to it. I'm kind of a disciplinarian, and I think that it's a game that, at the major league level, it's a privilege to play, and I don't really see it as show business. I see it as the game of baseball.
Was baseball a more romantic sport back in the 60s and the earlier days? It doesn't seem to have the romance, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I understand that, and I certainly agree with that. It was a game that everybody identified with. It was a game that was within reach financially of virtually any family at that time. It really is a family participation, and it's more than a game or a sport. It's kind of a social gathering, right, if you will.
It was a way of life. We always ask hitters if they had a pitcher that was of any great particular problem for them. Gus Erniel has said Bob Lemon was his great problem. Do you have a hitter in particular that you just couldn't find a way to get him up?
Well, I think probably the hitter that gave me more trouble continuously than anybody was Willie Mays. There was the story when I played that Willie Mays would run to the ballpark to hit against left-handers, and so I don't think he discriminated against me. He just loved left-handers, but I had a lot of trouble with Willie.
So what's Dick Ellsworth doing now that the game is over?
Well, Dick Ellsworth, when he got out of the game of baseball, came home and went to work for Pearson Realty, which is a commercial and real estate company in Fresno. I've been with him since '71. I'm a specialist in the commercial end of the business and love what I'm doing.
Does it help to have a name attached to a great sport? I mean, I'm sure a lot of the guys that you work with, the name must ring a bell sometime.
Well, yes, it rings a bell. There's the identity there to baseball, but I think in business there's a certain amount of credibility that you have to establish in order to do business at that level, whether it's Fresno or any place. And I paid my dues. I think I know a little bit about what I'm doing now, and I'm sure that initially it opened doors for me, but you really do have to. You've got to know something about what you're doing or talking about.
When you were in the bigs, was there anybody in particular that you developed a strong friendship with, or someone that you looked up to that you were able to sit and get some advice from?
Yes. In pitching, there were two people who I thought helped me considerably. One was Bob Buell, who came to the Cubs from the Milwaukee Braves in 1962, and I learned an awful lot from him. The other fellow was Larry Jackson, who I think actually started his baseball career in Fresno with the old Fresno Cardinals. And Larry was traded to the Cubs after the '62 season. And both of those fellows probably taught me more about approaching hitters and the concentration of pitching itself, the mental concentration. And I lost Larry a couple years ago. He died. Was a great blow to me because we became roommates, and even when both of us got out of the game, we continued to see each other. Our families are close. Beyond that, Dick Bertel, who was a catcher with the Cubs for a few years while I was there, who lives down in Mission Viejo now, he and I have remained very good friends.
Was Euchre out of Milwaukee, or was it too early when you were there for that?
No, I remember Bob Euchre. Bob and I played together when I was at Philadelphia in 1967. The Sarge, we called him. And Bob was the second-string catcher, the backup catcher. And we all knew he was going to end up in show business. He's a hilarious guy.
Was he the marvelous Marv Thornberry of that era?
Well, he was, except that Bob was a skilled catcher.
He was a skilled catcher.
Yeah, the pitching staff, wherever he was, had high regards for his ability behind the plate. Bob, the reason he really wasn't a starting catcher was because he just didn't handle a bat well, but he was an excellent catcher, had a great throwing arm as well.
So all of the fun he makes of himself generally is not true.
No, but it's created a big audience, and and he's done well with it.
As a player, and me as a fan, what do you think of ball players becoming analysts for television during the time when the World Series, you've got 2 or 3 guys, and everybody's trying to explain what's going on? Do you think it detracts from what we're seeing?
I think it does. Baseball is really a pretty basic game, and the neat thing about it is a 7-year-old kid can play it, or a 70-year-old person can play it if they're inclined to. We tend to oversell it a little bit, I think. There are some interesting commentators and analysts, but all in all, I think silence is golden at times, just to give people a chance to think about what's going on.
With that, we'll end this, and I know that your game is over as far as baseball, but the new game called real estate has been good to you, and you seem to be happy in what you're doing, and we're glad you're back in Fresno, and thanks for taking the time.
Well, thank you, Chuck. I appreciate being here.
Okay, Dick.
Remember, there's always tomorrow when the game is over.
An average of 24 hours a week watching television. And according to a 1992 federal report, signs of excess weight, hypertension, and high cholesterol in 40% of kids ages 5 to 8. Those statistics make many experts worry that too many American kids will grow up to become adults with an unnecessarily high risk of heart disease and other problems. The solution, according to a widely published researcher on pediatric health and fitness, begins at home.
As a parent, you should be encouraging your child to participate in activities that can be done as a family, where parents and kids can exercise together. If there was some magic way that we could get kids to understand and believe in exercise as a regular part of their daily lives, the same way we have them understand and pick up the habit of brushing their teeth or taking a shower, that would be the most marvelous invention in the whole world.
By Christmas, you'll see some inventive new products whose goal is to get kids to exercise more by making exercise more fun. For example, a junior version of a cross-country ski exerciser, and something called the Joyride, a sort of total body joystick for video games. You pump the pedals, twist the body, and get a workout while playing Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis.
I believe that if a parent is willing to spend a couple $100 on a video game for a child, then it seems very reasonable to expect the parent to spend or invest some dollars in some type of exercise equipment or exercise facilities to promote regular physical activity for their kids.
In a time when issues and events crowd our lives and personal concerns cloud our vision, public television reminds us that our world remains a place of endless wonder. That nature is not something outside of ourselves, but a part of who we are, how we live and learn. And public television's unparalleled lineup of science and nature programs gives every American the chance to celebrate the great spectacle of life on Earth, beneath the sea, and beyond the stars.
I think the first encounter with Jupiter really shocked a lot of people.
All we can say now is, wow, what a way to leave the solar system.
Public television takes viewers across the ever-widening seas of space and helps them gain a deeper respect for our own fragile planet.
Live from MIT.
America turns to public television to explore the wonders of nature and the changing nature of science, the impact that science has had on our collective history and our individual lives.
Archaeology involves botanists, it involves zoologists, it involves geologists.
For heaven's sake, that must be interesting.
Let's do a rehearsal.
And you'll turn and give your look, okay?
Humanity is on the verge of another incredible voyage.
From the smallest molecule to the vastness of space, the beauty of burning deserts and barren lands of ice, the endless drama of survival, of predators and their prey, creatures out of dreams and out of time. Public television will always be America's single most important and accessible source of information and understanding about the world in which we live, the beauty that surrounds us, the mysteries waiting to be solved.
They are the most powerful objects in the whole universe we know of.
Babies are going to have all the neurons that they're ever going to have in life by 5 months gestation.
You are going to be a very happy person.
It's a journey that's both dangerous and mysterious.
To wonder, to explore, the never-ending story of public television.
You can never point to any one person and say, oh, he's been affected by the story of the Civil War. But you know that, like layers on a pearl, this kind of understanding accrues and develops and enriches in the best kind of way. Good history overcomes the arrogance that the past is long ago. The past, or at least history, our consideration of the past, is a present-day exercise. It tells us who we are now, and that's been my question, just the very, very simple question in all of the work. Who are we? Who are we as a people? What does it mean to be an American? I believe that public television is the only honorable place on the dial to express oneself. It's a place that allows me to do the work I want to do. It doesn't pick and assign my projects. I go to them and say, I'm interested in this. They don't, once I begin, influence that project. I expanded the Civil War from 5 hours to 11 and a half hours. No one said no. And so I have spent my entire life sort of excavating the lives and emotional histories of my heroes. Dark and complicated people, good and bad people, tremendously ordinary people, and clearly heroic people like Abraham Lincoln. I am a perfect child of public television. I am honored that they will have me. I am grateful that they sustain me. My sense is that the future is this wonderfully unfolding pageant, informed completely by our own awareness of the past. You can't possibly know where you're going if you don't know where you've been.
Fall is a great time for planting a new landscape, but if you have allergies to pollen, it can be a very unpleasant experience. There are plants, though, that are sneezeless and that can help you make the landscape the paradise you've always wanted. Join me, Pam Elam, your host of The Practical Gardener, on our next show And I'll give you all the details on how to plant your sneezeless garden right here on Valley Public Television.
Next time on Austin City Limits, two new country stars, Tracy Lawrence.
Seems like every time I make my mark, somebody always playing the ball.
And Susie Boggess.
See it Friday night at 10 on Valley Public Television. Each week, a panel of area news reporters examines the issues impacting Central California on Valley Press. Hear their questions and learn the answers on Valley Press, Wednesday nights at 7:30 and Sundays at 5:30 p.m. on Valley Public Television, Channel 18.
Would you show me some sports jackets, please?
I won't personally, sir, but I'll summon our senior assistant to attend to your wishes. Mr. Granger, are you free?
Oh, yes, I'm free.
That is a guard's tie you're wearing, sir, isn't it?
No, it's the Tesco Table Tennis Club, actually.
Table tennis. Yes, the stripe is a little narrower.
Yes, Captain Peacock.
Something in the sports jacket line for this customer, with plenty of room under the arms.
Yes, I would think 44, wouldn't you, Mr. Humphreys?
Certainly, Mr. Granger, a 44. Don't you think so, Mr. Lucas?
I hope so. We haven't got anything bigger.
I wouldn't recommend a check, sir. You know, it is apt to make the figure a little more portly. Don't you agree, Mr. Humphreys?
We've only got checks in 44.
Well, of course, sir, you have got the height to carry it off.
44 check, Mr. Lucas.
Right, 44 check coming up, Mr. Humphreys. Yes, this range is in pushcorn, isn't it, Mr. Humphreys?
Right, first time, Mr. Granger. 35% wool, 35% pushcorn.
Well, that only makes 70%.
Yes, well, there's a lot of air between the fibers, sir. Allows the fabric to breathe. Isn't that right, Mr. Lucas?
Quite right, Mr. Humphreys. If you listen quietly, you can hear it, you know.
Thank you, Mr. Lucas.
We've got a whole cupboard full over there, panting for breath.
The mirror, Mr. Lucas.
One mirror coming up, Mr. Granger.
All right. What do you think, Mr. Humphreys?
Well, it's nice and snug in the front.
It's very snug indeed.
Why don't you have a look at the back?
Yes, I'm sure the back is snug as well.
Yeah.
It does feel a little tight.
Try breathing in and out a little, sir. Better, isn't it?
Yes, that feels much better. Is it hard wearing?
Oh, very hard wearing, sir.
Yes, they discovered pushcorn while they were developing the Concorde.
Yes.
If you're thinking of going through the sound barrier, you couldn't have chosen better.
How much is it?
It's £30, including VAT.
It does seem rather a lot.
Well, when you consider it cost $500 million to develop, I think it's quite reasonable, sir.
Still seems an awful lot of money.
Actually, sir, it has been reduced from £42.
Oh, is that so?
So you're saving £12, sir.
I'll think about it. I'll take it.
Sale, Mr. Humphreys.
Well, Mr. Lucas.
Well done, Mr. Granger.
Miss Brahms, the bridal veil with the blue-orange blossom.
Yes, Mrs. Sloane.
And where is Madam going for her honeymoon?
Well, we're torn between Eastbourne and Brighton.
It is difficult to make up one's mind, isn't it?
It is.
Why not compromise and try Beachy Head? There, how's that?
It's a bit thick, isn't it?
Well, it looks lovely from our side.
See?
Will you have someone holding your arm?
He won't recognise me.
Well, he'll know your voice, won't he?
Think of the surprise he's going to get when he lifts it up.
That'll do, Miss Brown. The orange blossom is detachable, should Madam wish to use it for decorative purposes afterwards.
I suppose I'd better take it.
Pack it up, Miss Brown.
I've not said anything.
Pack the veil up, girl.
Oi!
Is that the way you usually attract a lady's attention, Mr. Mash?
No. Usually I'll go up behind them and go, hey! You going to old Granger's farewell dinner tonight, are you?
It is not his farewell dinner, Mr. Mash. Just because he's 65, it doesn't mean he's retiring.
If they give him a cuckoo clock, it does. That's what they did to old Fredericks down in Hardware. 44 years he'd been with the firm. They had the dinner, and when they got to the coffee, they gave him the clock, one chorus of "For he's a jolly good fellow," and shoved him in the lift. There you are. 6 pairs of tights, and 6 pairs of pussy boots.
6 pairs of what?
Pussy boots. Fur slippers. And we got a new sales gimmick as well for him. Here, look at that.
Whatever's that?
One electric pussy. Battery operated.
How could anyone do that to a cat?
You want to thank your lucky stars, mate. You ain't selling elephant-eyed luggage.
I've a good mind to write to the RSPCA.
Well, you're a bit late. It's dead.
Captain Peacock, just look what they've sent me. It's disgusting.
Would you like to see it working, Captain?
Very well. You must admit it's a novelty, Mrs. Slocum. Smash. Take it to the vet.
Very amusing, Captain, very amusing.
Mrs. Slocum, Mr. Granger has gone to his coffee break, so this will seem to be a good opportunity to discuss his birthday dinner.
Oh, yes. Miss Brahms, come along.
Mr. Humphreys, are you free?
Yes, I'm free, Captain Peacock.
Mr. Lucas, are you free?
Yes, I think I am free just at this precise moment, Captain.
Well, gather round. Now, I've had a word with the canteen manager, and it would seem that the most economical way of staging this function is to hold the dinner down here.
Oh, poor Mr. Granger. Can't we give him a proper do in the restaurant upstairs?
Well, that would cost us an extra £1 per head.
Let's have it down here.
Let's have it at the scene of his triumphs.
Now, the menu would be as follows. The vegetable soup or hors d'oeuvre.
That's a sardine on a bit of tired lettuce.
And the Russian salad, Mr. Lucas.
Yeah, I've forgotten the Russian salad, Captain Peacock, yes.
I shall never forget the Russian salad.
A main course, which I shall bring up later.
Won't we all?
Cabinet pudding with custard or simulated cream, coffee ad lib, and 1 after 8 mint.
And how much is that lot?
The cost, Miss Brahms, depends upon what we choose as a main course. Now, a roast pheasant would be £2 per head, poulet rôti...
What?
Roast chicken. £1.50, steak pie £1.25, or macaroni cheese £1.
I vote for macaroni cheese.
We can't give the poor old soul a dinner with macaroni cheese.
Well, he'd prefer it. Once he gets those teeth of his stuck into a pheasant, he'll be here all night.
have the canteen steak pie, we'll all be here all night.
I'll go for the macaroni cheese myself.
Well, I think we should give him the chicken.
Any other votes for chicken?
Yes, I'll vote for chicken. It goes so well with the cabinet pudding and simulated cream.
Well, I favour chicken myself, so that's 3 votes for chicken and 2 for macaroni cheese.
And the steak pie loses its deposit.
So that means we have chicken. That'll be £1.50 per head.
Never mind, Shirley, you and me can share the wishbone.
I know what you're going to wish for.
And even if he wins, he won't guess it.
Now, the £1.50, of course, does include Mr. Granger and his good lady wife. Is anybody else bringing any guests?
No.
No. I think it's better to keep it intimate.
We're not adverse to a little intimacy, are we, Mr.
No,
Luke?
Mr. Upton.
We could invite the galloping gourmet.
If he took one look at that menu, he'd gallop the other way.
Thank you, Mr. Lucas. Now, then, as regards dress, I think black tie.
What, nothing else?
Then it'll be like a funeral. I think it's morbid, these farewell dinners.
Miss Browns, we do not know that it is a farewell dinner. That is up to our manager, Mr. Rumble.
It's only a farewell dinner if you get a cuckoo clock. Then you drag yourself home for the last time, stick it on the mantelpiece, and watch the rest of your life tick away.
And the way old Granger was staggering around this morning, they could save money and give him an egg timer.
Right, back to your places, everyone.
Have I missed anything?
No, Mr. Granger. We were just discussing the menu for your dinner.
Oh, yes. I do hope we're not going to have steak pie. I'm traveling home on a non-corridor train.
Chicken, actually.
Oh, good. Yes, I remember Mr. Fredericks had the chicken, but unfortunately he also had the cuckoo clock.
I'm sure the Grace Brothers will require your services for many years to come.
Is that official, Stephen?
No, Ernest, no, it's not in my hands. That's up to our manager, Mr. Rumbold.
Men's wear. Are you free, Mr. Granger?
Yes, I am free.
You're wanted in Mr. Rumbold's office.
Oh. I wonder what that's about.
Oh, it's probably nothing to do with that at all, Ernest.
Well, whatever will be, will be. I've had very happy years here.
You know very well that if Grace Brothers were going to announce your retirement, young Mr. Grace would attend the dinner personally.
Isn't he coming?
Off the record, I have not been so informed.
Oh, good.
Enter.
I understood that you wanted to see me, sir.
Did I? Yes. It's about young Mr. Grace.
Oh, yes.
He won't be attending your dinner tonight.
Oh, good.
Unfortunately, he has a very bad cold.
Oh, you mean if he hadn't got a cold, he would be there?
Well, when someone has been here as long as you have, Mr. Granger, how long is it now?
I joined Grace Brothers in 1937, on the day that Mr. Baldwin resigned.
Resigned from Grace Brothers?
No, he handed over to Mr. Chamberlain.
A Chamberlain of China and Glass.
The Prime Minister.
He wasn't at Grace Brothers, was he?
The Mr. Chamberlain who went to Munich.
Oh, I didn't know we had a branch there.
We haven't. He went to see Hitler.
What, Mr. Chamberlain of China and Glass?
I have been at Grace Brothers for 37 years.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to your dinner.
We're having the chicken.
Oh, good. Mr. Fredericks had the steak pie.
No, he had the chicken too, but unfortunately, he had the cuckoo clock as well.
Yes, the cuckoo clock. Well, that will be all, Mr. Granger. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rumbold. Did I hear something ticking?
Ticking? No, I don't think so. It must have been the pipes of the central heating system expanding.
Good.
Mr. Granger, whatever's the matter? You look as though you've seen a ghost.
I heard the cuckoo in Mr. Rumbold's office.
Well, 3rd of March, you better write a letter to the Times.
It was a cuckoo clock.
Glass of water for Mr. Granger.
Glass of water coming up.
Well, I hope someone turns up soon. These bubbles is all drying up.
Now remember, Mr. Mash, only 1 glass each.
Oh, yeah, we don't want them losing control, do we, eh? Mr. James Lucas and Mr. Wilberforce Claiborne Humphreys. Hello, Wilberforce.
Hello, James.
That'll do, Mr. Mash.
So sorry we're late, Your Grace, but we stopped off at the Oklahoma Pancake House for a cup of cocoa and a Danish pastry. The excitement was all too much.
There was a lovely bit of Danish crumpet in there as well, but once she heard that we were going to our anniversary dinner, she went off me.
Oh, champagne! Dom Perignon.
No, Japanese tinned, extra dry.
The bubbles don't go up your nose, they give you karate chops.
Miss Shirley Brahms and the Duchess of Slocum. Drinks, ladies?
Why not?
I think you've had enough.
Are you suggesting, Miss Brahms, that 4 vodka martinis are beyond my capacity? One of these days, that escalator's going to do somebody a mischief.
You know what they say about vodka, Mrs. Slocum? 1's all right, 2's the most, 3 under the table, 4 under the host.
Oh, Mr. Humphreys, what will you say next?
Mr. Rumbold's the host.
Captain Stephen Peacock, RASC, C of E, hero at the Battle of Catterick Naffy, holder of the Hot Cross Bun and Bar.
That will do,
Captain.
Thank you.
Hey, take it easy. We ain't got no reserves.
The group are coming up in the other lift.
Oh, good. Have we got the new seekers?
I don't think it's the new seekers, love. More like the old knockers.
Good evening. I am Madam Trixie, and this is the Trixie Trio.
Welcome to Grace Brothers.
Oh, champagne.
Beer for the bands behind the piano.
Where do you want the orchestra?
Well, over here, ladies, I think, by the piano forte.
Well, Captain Peacock, it looks as though we're going to be able to trip the Tightland Festival.
I beg your pardon?
She wants you to rip her tight elastic.
Perhaps you better sit down, Mrs. Slocum. We're starting in less than an hour. Mr. Rumbold, since it will affect my speech, is Mr. Granger going to get the clock?
Yes, I'm afraid so. And owing to young Mr. Grace's indisposition, I'm going to have to present it.
Oh, what a pity he's going. He's such a useful member of the department.
Oh, well, we shall have to carry on. Humphreys will have to move up, and we shall have to get another Mr. Lucas.
What a terrible thought.
Who is?
Mr. Granger.
A poor old devil. Granger for the chop.
Oh, it'll break his heart.
Is there anything particular you wish us to play?
Yes. When Mr. Granger comes down, I should like you to play something suitable.
Certainly.
How about goodbye?
It's a bit sudden, isn't it? What about we don't want to lose you, but we think you ought to go?
You ought to have something cheerful like the Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah. This will be the last time.
Might I suggest a fine old English gentleman?
A splendid choice, sir. Oh, stand by. I think Mr. Granger's coming up with the lift. Now, places, everybody.
Mr. Slocum, we're
Stand by.
starting.
Elsie Makepeace and Doris Poland.
Doris, it must be
me this is your life. Tom.
What are you doing here?
It's 7:30. We come to do the floors.
You can't do them now. Here, go away.
If that's how you feel, do it yourself. You'll hear from Mr. Etherington about this.
Didn't you speak to Hetherington about this, Peacock?
It's not my province, sir.
Lingerie blouses? Right. Mr. and Mrs. Granger are coming up in the lift.
Places, everybody.
Mr. and Mrs. Ernest Granger.
Mr. and Mrs. Granger, in the name of Grace Brothers, welcome to your anniversary dinner.
Oh, thank you. Well, they've got an orchestra. Mr. Fredericks didn't have an orchestra. Perhaps we'll be able to do the Gay Gordons.
That should round the evening off now.
My lords, ladies and gentlemen, take your partners for the tinned vegetable soup. Shall we go in, Mr. Upton?
To see we're on your feet, my dear.
Well, they've certainly given us a night to remember.
They certainly have. I'm very glad we didn't have the steak.
Look, if you're going to dance with your hand down there, I'm going to sit down.
Well, you've got plenty to sit on.
Do you like my best feature?
Strange how potent sheet music is.
You and I appear to be the only two not dancing.
Well, all right, if you promise not to lead.
I think we have to get on with the speeches. Mr. Matt, my compliments to the trio, and will you ask them to take an interval?
Certainly, sir. Oi! Jug here says belt up for 5 minutes. All right?
I'm really rather puffed. I think it's just as well that I'm going to put my feet up.
Pray be seated.
Hang on, Shirley. I think the judge is going to pronounce sentence.
Oh, Mrs. Slocum.
Oh, who stops?
I would ask all those present to ensure that their glasses are fully charged.
Oh, man seems to be empty.
Oh, blimey, Mrs. Slocum, you've got hollow legs, have you?
I now call upon Captain Peacock to propose the toast.
Mrs. Granger, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Have you got to that bit yet, Mrs. Slocum?
Oh. Let's have another one.
How can one sum up a career like Mr. Granger's?
Quickly, I hope.
He started literally on the ground floor, in haberdashery, and after 2 short years was given his own counter in stationery. Already the writing was on the wall. It spelled success. His amazing drive and enthusiasm soon came to the notice of the Board of Management, and he was transferred to bathroom furniture, where he remained for 5 triumphant years before moving on...
Flushed with success.
Before moving on to gentlemen's shoes. But already one might say his foot was on the ladder. Thank you. Because from there, fortunately for us and Grace Brothers, he finally found his niche in gentlemen's trousers.
What's the niche?
I would like you now to raise your glasses as I close on these words from Pope. Oh, happy the man whose wish and care a few paternal acres bound, content to breathe his native air in his own ground.
Very nice, very nice.
Pity he lives in a flat in Eltham. Could always buy him a window box.
I ask you all to be upstanding. I give you Mr. Granger coupled with Mrs. Granger.
Mr. Granger, coupled with Mrs. Granger.
Mr. Granger,
Speech.
ladies and gentlemen.
Come along, Mr. Granger, please. Come along, Mr. Granger.
Well, dear friends, my heart is very full.
My glass is very empty.
Great honor which you have done, Mrs. Granger and myself, in giving us this wonderful banquet tonight with the chicken and all these magnificent presents, especially this combined shoehorn and back scratcher. You know, as I look back over the years, they all seem to have passed very quickly. But I shall always have very happy recollections of you all. And all that I really can say now is thank you.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, isn't it sad? It is sad. Thank you.
Please keep it.
Pray silence for Mr. Rambo.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Master. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Granger, as you know, it has always been the custom for young Mr. Grace to announce whether or not he wishes employees who achieve the age of 65 to take advantage of the pension scheme or to remain in the saddle. However, as you also know, young Mr. Grace is indisposed. It therefore falls to my lot to perform the ceremony. And
It's young Mr. Grace.
Is that young Mr. Grace?
Old Mr. Grace doesn't get about much.
good evening, Mr. Grace.
I hope I'm not too late.
No, you're not too late, Mr. Grace.
There's still plenty of cabinet pudding left, Mr. Grace.
I suppose he's come to hand over the clock.
Yes, just in time. Shall I continue, Mr. Grace?
Please do, Mr. Rambo.
Well, I was about to remark how very much we appreciate the long years of devoted service, the great consideration that you've always shown for all those with whom you have worked.
Thank you.
We definitely feel that after all these long years, you have truly earned a rest. And therefore, all that remains is for this to be presented. Here you are, sir.
Oh, thank you. This is a surprise. That's very nice of you all. I've given a lot of these away, but I've never got one. Well, my doctor says I shouldn't be out, so I'm now going. Another 5 years, and you'll be getting one of those, Ernest. Well, goodbye, all.
Goodbye, Mr. Grace.
Get it well.
Well, Ernest, it looks as if you're staying on.
It does. Of course, I'm very happy about it, but I should have liked a bit more leisure. Could I have Monday off?
Certainly not. Well, if he's not leaving, he won't be needing his presents, will he?
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, and so say all around.
Next time on Austin City Limits, two new country stars, Tracy Lawrence.
Seems like every time I make my mark, somebody always paints the wall.
And Susie Boggins.
See it Friday night at 10 on Valley Public Television.
Tune in weekdays for the program that wakes up the nation with up-to-date weather reports. Don't miss AM weather weekdays at 6:45 a.m. right here on Valley Public Television.